Mike. Oh, no. Oh, Lord. Here we go again. What's up, G Spotters? Welcome to another episode of Courtney G Spot. I'm your host, Courtney G. I'm messing with the lights like we usually do. If you're random, you don't know what we do here, but we are here on another Monday night trying to bring the world together with a little bit of happiness. There's a whole lot of bad things going on out there. I can't see my face. Everything is messed up. The light sucks. Consuela needs to get in here and get herself back to work. You see that? How it kind of just sucks in here. But everybody, welcome to the show. I hope you all are having a good evening. Do you see this? You see what I'm dealing with right here? This is just always the way it works. Guys, thank you for joining us on another evening, night episode. Dave, help me with this. For the love of God. Guys, welcome to Monday. This is a Monday. How you been? How was your weekend? Did you have a good time? Do we hear about all these sad things going on in the world? We could talk about them tonight. We could talk about all these things. Colin, what's up, dog? Welcome to the show, bro. Give us a thumbs up already. Is that you, Colin? We appreciate it, Colin, for giving us a thumbs up. But thank you guys for clicking on it. Hope you have gotten here on purpose instead of looking for dirty content on YouTube for whatever reason you guys choose to do that. Nope, that's a thing. But again, in the background, what we got here? We got DC.
What's up, everybody? What's going on this evening? Although, yes, again, we are not starting off on a good note this year.
We were trying to,
unfortunately, but I hope you had a good weekend. I hope your Monday went well. Let's try to look to have a good rest of the week and see what we can churn out for the show tonight.
Yeah, let's make it a little bit more positive. We'll start by spinning it out. We know what the topic is about.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, everybody knows Kobe.
Yeah, everybody knows Kobe.
Yeah, it's a steakhouse. You guys.
I kind of have some feelings upon this whole Kobe thing, and until recently, and I get it.
So Kobe, if you don't know, Kobe died. Professional basketball player, helicopter crash with his 13-year-old daughter. Her friend and her friend's parents driven the plane. Helicopter was flown by
Ara Zabayan.
Ara Zabayan
Was the pilot.
He was the pilot. Apparently wasn't doing very well, or something happened, or something went awry during the helicopter proceedings, and then the plane
did not make it to its destination.
It has passed its prime, died suddenly, and then killed its passengers, which really sucks because that.
Unfortunately, they didn't release much information on the whole situation, so we don't know any details. They're still investigating.
But Kobe, he was only 41.
He was only 41.
And his daughter was only 13.
That does suck. I think, honestly, that's probably one of the biggest loss. It was the weather. Okay, Colin, I did read something about that. Apparently, they did have to get special permission to fly in the conditions at the time, but if you're going to get special conditions to fly, you should be capable of flying in that weather.
What kind of weather? Was it rain? Was it a rainy?
They mentioned specifically heavy fog.
Heavy fog. So they crashed into something in the dense fog. It's what we might speculate at that point then.
Something like that.
But that sucks. Yeah, I know it's all about Kobe because he was in the limelight for so many years. He was a professional basketball player, among other things that happened in the past. But the 13-year-old daughter, the kids, is where I feel like the public eye should be.
There was 3 or 4 other kids on board as well. Some of her teammates and friends were also on the plane.
Helicopter.
So I believe it was Miss Peyton and Sarah and Alyssa. If you've seen the list of names, I do have them on the board.
Peyton, Sarah, Alyssa.
Yeah.
Shout outs to them and their family.
Parents and a coach.
So it was a team thing. They were celebrating something, perhaps.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly. I think they said they were going to like some kind of event or something like that. Decided to take their private plane or helicopter.
That's horrible. Yeah. And again, that's kind of what we were discussing. How at any moment it doesn't matter your age, your ethnicity, your height, your thickness, your sight, your whatever. It doesn't matter. You could die. It's going to happen. So
that's
to a game. Colin says going to a
important.
game. They were going to a game.
That's why it's even more important that you live it fully every day.
Live it fully every day. We say that at the end of every episode. Even millionaires can die. I mean, that's unbelievable. So it is sad. And on a side note, I want to branch out real quick on the same kind of topic where we're going to mention the same thing, a helicopter crash, but I bet nobody has heard of this one.
Yeah, actually, we'll put that off for 5 minutes and we'll talk about something else. But there's been another big helicopter crash.
Big helicopter crash.
If anybody knows what we're talking about, put it in the chat.
Yeah, mention in the chat. We know there's only one person here live, Colin. I don't know if you heard about this one, but it was a military.
Yeah, definitely a military
helicopter crash.
There's your hit.
And it killed how many? Let's take a guess. How many? Guess. How many? It was in the helicopter crash in Kobe's situation? It was like 5.
9 in total.
9 in total. Horrible situation. The only person getting the limelight is Kobe because he's already got a Hulu exclusive the very next day.
Morning. That was crazy. This man right here.
7:30 in the morning.
Yeah, apparently Hulu's already got a whole documentary.
Documentary on Hulu all about Kobe. Like, not even a full day. You're not even going to get like his family to like give it up. Like, see how much people just take and try to squander money out of even the death of people. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I mean, I couldn't believe it myself. Like, you got to show it to me.
Yeah, here it is, right here.
Dude, are you serious? There's no
a Kobe special on Hulu. Not even 24 hours after this man's death. The death, like it's like what'd you say? That they're preparing for every celebrity's death, and they just add footage to the thing until they actually die, and then the moment they die, they just release this footage. That's horrible. That's what my guess is. Go Hollywood. But anyway, the other helicopter crash. Anybody? No. Military killed 30
Marines.
30 Marines. One sailor. Helicopter crash. And this was not a shot down situation.
No, I did not see anything that suggested that it was in a hostile event.
So there were 31 individuals out trying to help protect our country from afar. Got shot. Fell out of the sky, perished, all of them. And where's the documentary on that?
Kobe.
Where's the for real? Where is the NBC story on that? Where is the CNN coverage of those people or any of those people that were protecting our country for reasons unbeknownst to us? Nowhere to be found. Maybe in like 15, 20 years, Mark Wahlberg will play a made-for-TV movie.
I don't even really follow basketball. Does Kobe even play anymore?
Did he retire before all this?
Yeah. Is he still actually playing as a professional basketball player?
Oh God.
I don't know.
Somebody too.
But we're trying to stay monetized.
We're going to keep it clean tonight, guys. We're going to see what we're looking for is impressions. We want to get people to actually see this. For some reason, Colin, nobody is seeing our videos, and I think it's because we are horrible people and we just say curse words and make jokes.
Try to find the limit in the chat.
What we actually are trying to do is find a lighter side of life. But personally, my father died of cancer at age 57. I've lost countless members of my family from death, and it's hard not to try to find a place to vent that. And yes, sometimes it's pushing the limits when you make jokes on other people's expense, but sometimes it's a way to vent. And some people would rather just protest and complain, and that's your way you vent. Good for you. Complain away. Enjoy your venting and getting mad at other people for the way they think, because I don't like the way you think. So the feeling is mutual. I'm just not going to scream in your face about it and tell you suck. Just deal with it, man. If you don't like what we do, don't watch it. It's the same with everything on TV. It's the same thing that's been said from the beginning of time. Once the television is there, you have the power to turn this off. Most of you have already turned it off at this point, so it doesn't even matter. The real people stick around to see what happens. We have a phone number you can call. Tell me I suck. But the only problem is I will only answer during a live show. So if you want to tell me I suck,
What?
You better
2005.
better come back to a live show. 2005 what?
He said it was in 2005. The internet lied to me.
The internet lied? Don't tell me that the internet lied. Well, regardless. See, did we hear about that?
I'm sure we probably did at the time. Hold on, let me see.
He's going to fact check this real quick, fellas. Thank you, Colin, for pointing that out. What was it? There was another, what was that thing in Alabama? There was another something. Was that in 2005 too? Do we need to check that?
Oh, the Alabama Marine fire?
Yeah.
Why is everything catching on fire?
Not an actual Marine.
Marina, sorry.
Marina
fire.
There wasn't a Marine in Alabama that caught on fire. Well, unless he was one of the people.
Anyway. But yeah, like everything's on fire.
Everything's on fire.
Freaking Australia bush.
The marina in Alabama caught on fire. Again,
Marina.
We're not hearing that kind of crap. He found this by searching the internet. This isn't on CNN. 8 people died in that from 35 boats catching on fire in a marina. So we were trying to figure this out. How this happens. How did it start? Did we ever figure out how it started?
How
the boat fire?
No, they said it was going to take like 2 or 3 days of investigating at least.
Colin, thank you for pointing that out. Is that true what he said? It's in 2005.
I'm still trying to find that.
Okay, he's still trying to find
specifically.
Thank you for pointing that out. He's makes sure his facts are correct or probably incorrect. If we're incorrect, we're going to shout it out. But yeah, there was the marina fire. 35 boats caught on fire. We don't know the cause of that either. We know 8 people perished in that. Don't understand that either. Haven't figured out how I don't really understand how a chain of boats. I guess they're all tied to a dock. I think is along the shoreline, and something happened. Chain reaction, and maybe some people were asleep. I don't know. I don't know if people were partying or messing around or trying to stop their boats from being burned, but 8 people died. So things are just happening. And we were trying to bring positivity to the show. We was looking up stuff to talk about that wasn't so horrible around the world. And here we come with all this. So we can talk about some funny things that happen. I got a couple of things my kid says to say every now and then. It's pretty funny. We're trying to get this stuff off the cuff because it's a little bit more in the headlines, get the news hashtags out there, get our face out there, get impressions out there. Maybe this talking a little bit lighter will bring down the signs, the X signs on our videos, because YouTube, I'm sorry, is not promoting us as much as we would like. He's trying to send a message to the phone number on the wall.
Nice.
Is it not going through? I'm trying to get that call in. Did you find the facts about what he said? He sent it. Maybe he sent a link.
I was definitely unable to find.
Maybe he sent it. I think you're going to send a link. Good job, Colin. Thank you. Appreciate it. That is good. That's a good idea. Send us links to stuff, guys. If you want us to talk about things, that's a great idea, Colin. Appreciate the little bit of seed for the insight. Send us links about stuff we could talk about. If you're interested in something, if you want something to stir into your conversation, if there's a topic you enjoy. Again, we're trying to build a community here. If you've made it this far into the video, keep holding on. We do this for an hour. I know it's a lot, but what else are you going to do? You're on YouTube watching people anyway, right? Because you clicked on this video because it's about conversation. Join us. Come join a live show. We try to do this Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9 p.m. Central. Our time, which is Central Standard Time, United States of America. Join us, people. We want to know about other countries. We want to know cross borders, real information about Iran. If you're in Iran, we want to give you guys hugs. Remember hashtag hugs for Iran? That's still a thing. We want to hug the world. We could metaphorically hug you, but we want to help. What's the number? I'm sorry, Colin. That's the number? 777-5742. 479-777-5742. Is that still the number?
Man, I was wondering that myself. But I'm reading this article that has some very good information about what was going on.
With which part?
With the helicopter.
Okay.
And what might have happened.
There it is.
But
Thank you, sir.
here towards the end of the article, it says, when the helicopter reached Burbank, where the foothills rise above the Los Angeles basin, controllers kept the flight circling for 12 minutes, clearing other traffic, then issued a special visual clearance for his flight class through the airspace under less than optimal visual conditions, with the assumption of Federal Aviation Administration officials said the pilot would maintain legal clearance from clouds or seek clearance to fly on instruments after that. But there was no further communications until 911 was called and the bird was on the ground.
So does it sound like he did something incorrectly as the pilot?
They're saying
Thank you, Colin.
there was no cockpit recorder,
Yeah,
so they don't know what was being said either.
right.
So the fact that he stopped talking after that, he waited to go through this place, I guess, and then went on about his way. And it doesn't say when he showed up at that place and waited, but it says the first 911 call was at 9:47 a.m.
Man. See, that's what I'm saying. It's so weird. And I'm not saying it was on purpose, but that's weird now that you say that. And the fact there's a documentary less than 24 hours later, and all this stuff is weird. Say the name of the pilot again.
Ara Zobayan.
Right. White guy. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, white guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But he did have a special accreditation on his license to fly in inclement weather, too.
That's great. So he was specially licensed to perform in imperfect circumstances. So he should have known how to do this. But maybe from what you just read about the federal jurisdiction, he had no extra clearances or something to land,
Well, he had to wait a while to go through, and they said that when he was going through such a situation, he should have been in contact with a Federal Aviation Administration official.
And he chose not to.
He didn't say anything after they're like, "All right, come on."
Yeah, he chose not to. Yeah, Colin, I don't know, man. If you add up the letters in Kobe's name, it equals 9. 9 is the first number in 9/11. I'm just saying there's something there, right? No? Am I reaching?
I don't know.
Is that a foul? Did I cross the line? No rebound? And man, it so sucks. It just still doesn't make any sense. Like the whole, none of these things ever make any sense. How did 35 boats catch on fire, and added to that, how did 8 people die? That's the part I don't. Colin, how do 8 people die on 35 boats on fire? Did they all catch on fire at the same time?
Is
everybody asleep?
Isn't Van Nuys a very popular airport for some reason? What is Van Nuys?
I've heard of Van Nuys Airport, right?
Sounds so familiar.
When is Betty White going to die? I don't know. As soon as the lead singer of what's his name? Mick Jagger. As soon as Mick Jagger dies. Who else died the other day? Someone famous died the other day.
Oh, yeah.
Last week.
Yeah.
Who else famous? Colin,
who was that?
Colin, who died last week? There was somebody famous that died last week. I know probably more than one.
So I'm going to call instrument failure, and because they said he would have had to been flying by instrument for sure, which is highly possible.
Okay, so he didn't have
aircraft,
the proper materials.
Well, maybe it wasn't reading his level correctly.
Okay, that happens.
And Maybe it failed.
Yeah.
Maybe something to do with the atmosphere at the time.
And
Whatever.
it is dense fog, and now
And
you
dense
can't
fog,
see.
You can't see. So maybe he thought his altitude was higher than it was.
He
or maybe there was
misjudged.
a sharp,
Uptake of wind or something.
rise in the cliff or something, that maybe the instrument couldn't necessarily tell him, hey, there's about to be a cliff in front of you.
Right. There's something. So he hit the side of a cliff, John Denver style.
Something like that. He was like on the side of a nice hill or something. But yeah, for sure.
Okay, I really want to figure out who this other celebrity was that died last week. I feel it was somebody somewhat famous.
They were definitely famous.
Okay, Google.
Celebrity deaths.
Okay, Google. Recent celebrity deaths. There's been something. I know Kobe's going to be at the top of the list. I don't want that one.
Everything's a conspiracy, Colin.
I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. I want 2020. Somebody last year. Really, there was somebody. I swear I heard on something. You know what I'm talking about? Because I feel like
I told you about it.
Yeah, there's something I heard. Celebrity deaths 2020. That just popped up right away. View all. We're gonna find this out, guys. I know everybody's so interested and on edge, which is Colin. If you have clicked on this later, if you come back in the future and you have heard us on a different outlet, we have done something different. That is because this is where it started. This is our original voice to get my face, our ideas, the concepts, our universe started. We're building something here, and this is the catalyst to the future.
So many.
Yeah, right.
There's so many.
I don't know some of these people. Who's Terry Jones? Oh yeah, that's who it was. The Monty Python guy. That's the one I heard. Terry Jones. I think. Yeah, Terry Jones. I think that's the one I heard. Was the Monty Python guy, and that's only famous if you know. Oh no.
Oh no.
The guy who wrote the Lord of the Rings book died at 95.
What?
Yeah.
Hey,
on January 15th. Yeah, 95.
I hope I make it to 95. If I can be like coherent and functional.
The Rock's dad died at 75. At 75. I mean, if I can make it to 75, I think I'm doing pretty good.
75, huh?
I figured I was dying way earlier than that. Again, I don't want to die too early. I want to see my kid off and make sure he's capable of taking care of himself.
Well, what's 40 for him for you?
70.
Okay.
Yeah, 72. Movie called Countdown. What is that? What is he saying in the chat?
I was looking at what you were looking at.
No, you're good.
There's a movie called Count. Juice WRLD died last year. Yes.
What's
I
that?
have seen that. The previews for that.
What's that? What is it?
Countdown. It's actually a movie.
Uh-huh.
And it's an app you can get on your phone that tells you when you're going to die.
There was a website years ago for that. There was a website back before you millennials were a thing. It was fake. I mean, it's not real. It's not really real. You know that, right? If you really believe that, you're dumb. Nobody knows when you're going to die. I mean, you can choose to die. You can choose when you want to die if you want to be one of those dummies. Jeez.
That's insensitive. Demonetized. Damn.
What if people?
We almost made it.
What? You can't.
You cannot You cannot. That's.
Is that what it is right there?
Mm-hmm. That's like making fun of them.
I'm talking about dummies that hurt other people and get executed for murdering millions of people. Like, you know, Jack the Ripper and Gacy. I just said millions. They don't murder millions. That's a lot. Nobody murders millions. Even Hitler was responsible for millions of deaths, but he didn't physically do all.
Colin says he knows when he's gonna die. When are you gonna die, Colin?
Do I want to know?
If he knows, I want to know.
Oh, he wants to know. YouTube moderator, when are you gonna die? We know you're out there. Do you want to know? I don't want to know.
21, 23. That's really long from now.
No, it's not.
21, 23?
Oh, 100. I didn't add the one in there. I'm sorry. I was thinking the back part. Man, dude. You got some plan? You gonna be part robot?
Right?
RoboCop?
You have some kind of knowledge about the future medicine that we don't know about?
He's gonna go RoboCop style and put himself into like some android situation where you are part machine, part human still.
What I want to know,
okay,
is if you were put into a machine, is there any semblance to the existence you had before?
Again, that depends on how much is left of you. That's where the RoboCop humanity part came in, because he had his brain. He didn't have his ding dong. He didn't have his toes. He didn't have his fingers.
Well, no, but I'm talking about like if you were straight up just downloaded to a computer.
See, then I think you lose your soul. If you're downloaded, that's different.
And is that still you, or is that like teaching a computer to be you?
I think that's what that is. That's more of like because when you transfer a file from one computer to the other, you're just teaching that new computer that file. So if you transfer your brain into a computer, that's one thing. If you take your brain out of your body and put that into a robot, I think you're trying to recreate the essence of that human, because you're not removing the knowledge from the brain. It's still there. You're just keeping that alive. That's what RoboCop. That was what the struggle was. The story struggle in RoboCop was he still human? He says Black Mirror explains it all. We need to watch that.
Yeah, I definitely need to watch that.
I don't watch a lot of stuff. When I have free time, I
try to figure out how to get rich.
Yeah, for real. I'm trying to hustle some Pokemon cards or
stuff. Anything.
Maybe
really.
Let's make this movie. Yeah, anything. I got a Star Wars poster.
Yeah.
If you guys know somebody who wants a legit 1977 vintage Star Wars poster, it's not signed or anything, but it's in mint condition, no rips, tears on the sides, and nothing. I'll put it in a fancy frame.
I was going to say it's currently in a frame, but it's not like a properly sized frame. Like you said, get you a good frame.
Make you a great deal. This number is a thing. We can work through that. What was that?
I don't know. You guys didn't just hear that, but it sounded like a tiny construction equipment.
Yeah, there was something
outside or something.
Is my car locked?
I'm gonna go take a look. I'll look out the front window.
Yeah, there's keys over there. Would you lock my car while you go to that window? Somewhere. I know it sounds weird, but I forget that. So, yeah, check this out, people of my universe. Colin, we'll discuss that offline, bro. If you really want that, I'll make you a good deal. Legit. If you really want that, I'll make you a good deal. I found one online for $1,200. Same condition. I won't make you pay that much. Not even close. Anyway, I had Crayolas, colors you write with, stolen. Yeah, that one. Yeah. Oh, I've got other ones too. Stolen out of my car by hooligans. When I worked with the kids in the place where the kids had problems, where they were given away by their parents essentially, and they had issues, mental issues. I purchased crayons for them before I quit to give them a little gift. And I put them in my car the night before in a bag in the back seat. And for some reason, someone in the middle of the night, this is back before I had a car I could lock with a button. I just didn't lock my car because I didn't have anything in there important. Who would steal crayons? But sure enough, 25 boxes of crayons were stolen out of the back of my car. So I had to go purchase them again for these kids. And it's not even the money. I wasn't mad about that. It was the principle of the whole thing, where I did this as a gift for kids. And someone had the audacity to, I get so frustrated with the human kindness element that is lost in the world. I swear to you, if you are around me and you are not kind, I'm getting to the point in my life, I don't give a crap if it embarrasses me. I'm going to point it out to you because you suck. Be kind. Quit being an a-hole. There's no need for it. Teach your children something nice. Now, that's the problem with this generation. They don't know how to be nice because no parents are giving time to their kids and all sorts of stuff. Step up. We got this, everybody. Colin, you know you're with me.
Make an offer, buddy.
Make an offer.
What are you thinking?
Yeah, don't put it in the chat. Legit, if you want that, don't make an offer live to this. Because
send it to that number. You know how it works.
If you can't make a payment, if you don't want to buy it, I want to sell it for a lot. Because it's worth a lot. But I want you
at least a third of
have
that previous number.
Would be nice. Would be absolutely nice. And someone steals something out of his truck. Yeah. We had work equipment stolen from our truck a couple weeks ago. A leaf blower and a grinder. Brand new. Ridiculous people, man. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I really am. I'm gonna put you in your place if you're an a-hole.
Again,
not mean. I can be nice about it. I can be nice about making you look like an a-hole. It's really easy.
Yeah, it definitely is. That's my favorite thing to do with just people like that. When you have to deal with them in like a customer service situation, if someone just wants to be angry and nasty and just an awful person, it doesn't matter how nice you are to them. In most cases, being nice to them just makes them angrier because that's not what they want you to do. They want you to get angry. They want you to, be like.
They want you to flip them off and scream obscenities at them. That's what they want. But if you don't stoop to their level, you have just won. Like for real, like that story I told a little while back when I bowed to that lady. I didn't curse at her. I didn't flip her off. If you didn't hear that story, go back, watch a few episodes, find that one. It was good. Today, I can tell you something happened today. This is kind of mind blowing. So my job, again, I work on city streets sometimes. Again, we're on a city street, a normal residential area, house to house to house to house. I'm on the street. My job is to fill the cracks in the street with the black tar situation. Very hot. So we move a little bit down the road, lay a little bit of it out, move a little bit down the road, lay a little bit of it out, move it. That's how it works. Put them in the cracks, fill it up. No big deal. Residential area. We've been there all day. It's about 2:00 in the afternoon, and we got to the end of the street. We had to stop for the day. We ran out of material. So we are packing it up. Stopped at the end of the street, near houses. We're not blocking anybody. Nobody's trying to get out. All day long, we've had people go in and out around us. We were polite, didn't tell them to stop. We let them go. Tried not to let them run over the black tar because it's very hot. It will stick to their tires. But we're parked and we pack up all the stuff. And this guy comes out and checks his mail at the mailbox and just stops at the end of the street and stares at us. Just stares, kind of grimacing. And the guy I work with, he says the words, exact quote words. He says, "How you doing, sir?" Seems reasonable thing to say to another human being. "How you doing, sir?" He says, "What are you doing here?" His line after the guy I work with says, "How are you doing, sir?" was, "What are you doing here?" We weren't on his yard. We weren't in his driveway. We weren't even anywhere near his mailbox. He wasn't trying to back out. He was in his sandals, shorts, just coming out to check his mail. He went back into his house just a few minutes later. And the guy I work with and I both pointed to the ground next to the big orange machine covered in black tar, right where we just laid the tar, and pointing to the ground, showing him the tar and what we were doing. And said, "Sir, we are laying down and filling the cracks on your street." He goes, "Oh, thanks," and then walks off. Like, legit, what a horrible person. Absolutely horrible person. Just the attitude. Like, we weren't doing anything to you. We weren't interrupting you. We were about to drive away, and you had to just show your dark side to us for whatever reason. What are you doing here? How are you doing, sir? What are you doing? We didn't come to his door. We weren't anywhere near his house. Mind-blowing. Anyway, it's just that kind of rudeness level that, why can't people be like my cat? They should walk up to you and give you kisses.
Oh.
I mean, maybe not all people. I don't want kisses from everybody.
Yeah, I was going to say, you might want to watch out what you're asking for there, buddy. Not highly sure you want all the kisses. Some of those might not be
clean kisses.
Yeah, we'll say that. I was gonna go with I don't know, something else, but that works. As long as we're still monetized.
We're trying to keep it clean tonight.
Yeah, we definitely want
just want impressions. That's the whole thing. We don't understand why we're not getting it. There are way worse channels out there with ads in them saying way worse things.
There are people out there making naughty videos with Roblox. I mean, like, come on.
This is unbelievable. So YouTube's rules don't make any sense.
As a matter of fact, let me look up one of those videos.
All right, we can give a name out. No, we're not going to give a name out. We're not going to give a shout out to this video. We're just looking up one of these videos and giving a number of views. How many views they have?
The very first one.
What the cat?
Oh no, he's done knocked off all the feng shui.
Do you guys
the very first one is
What'd you type in, by the way? Can you say it?
Roblox adult time video. I didn't use the words adult time, but
okay, got it.
What adults do in their free time. The first video, very explicit, 806,000 views. The next two videos, just as explicit, 2.6 million views, 1.6 million views.
And I bet you they get impressions.
I'm going to click on one just to see if they have ads. No ads. But
again,
it is.
We don't. How long they've been out?
It's been up for about a year.
Okay, 1 year. That means they got impressions.
Yeah,
they got impressions.
Or like,
so they're
2.6 million people looked for it, but that's kind of weird. I can't see that exactly.
We had tons of people look for dirty stuff on YouTube and find our videos. Now I get it. We're not entertaining to some. We're not catching the eye. We're not appealing to certain viewers. But the point is, we were trying to find just the normal, everyday people like us. We work. We are parents. We pay bills. We are poor. I have a cat. What do you want, man? He just wants attention.
Again, this whole thing's about community and conversation. Like,
that's what's
we all watch YouTube. Obviously, if you're here, you're on YouTube enough. But, how many times do you watch a channel and, you can comment, and maybe sometimes, like, the person will comment back. This is about you. We want to hear your stories. This is why we have a phone number. Text us your stories. Yeah. Call in and tell us your stories. Yeah. You don't have to say your name. You don't have to give details.
That's why there's a phone number. You don't have to say your name. Call in. Say, my name's Donnie from
whatever.
Montani.
This one time in band camp, me and my friend, she liked this guy, blah, blah, blah. We got to keep it PG. We're trying to stay monetized. You start going off the rails, we're going to cut the line. But,
we're going to do this on Mondays. We don't have to go PG every night, right?
I think.
For impressions, we do?
For impressions, we do. Maybe Wednesday we could cut loose because I don't really think
maybe Friday.
No, I don't think.
Wednesday's still that kind of the middle balance. Remember? Because
I don't think Friday is a good night to go loose because, Friday, if they do have children, is normally when the children stay up a little later. That's true.
I guess we could go Wednesday, cut loose.
The kid might run out of the room, from being up late watching cartoons or whatever. And
we have a co-host. We're going to have to talk to him about. We got to keep this loose. We're gonna see if this works. If this doesn't work, it doesn't matter. Again,
we're gonna be here every Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
As much as
maybe
possible.
the schedule will change.
We don't
know,
I do
but
have.
We're not leaving. We're not going anywhere. We're not giving up. We're going to be here next year. We're going to be here the year after that.
I do have work sometimes. This Friday is going to be a little
iffy. You guys
iffy.
have seen it. I haven't been here. We haven't done the show like almost a full week.
Because, again, we're real people. That's what we're grabbing at. We're grabbing a community. We'll keep it light. Let's bring 1,000 people together. Just 1,000. That's all we need. A community of people that can understand each other from understanding, hey, I've been there. It might not be the same exact thing because nobody has the same exact path. But we've all been through very similar situations. We've all lost people we care about.
Yeah, that's the point of this. Like, if we get in here, and even if there's like 2,500 people in the chat, and if you've ever seen a 2,500 person chat, that thing is rolling. Mm-hmm. But maybe
that's a lot. We don't necessarily. I mean, if that comes to that, cool. But we don't need that. But that.
But yeah, maybe we can start on a subject. Like it sucks. Like, man, last week I lost my darn cat.
Yeah.
If you've ever had an animal you really care about, that sucks.
But again, too, you also have to have a sense of humor.
Yeah, we were talking about that. Like,
you have to be able to fit with. We're not going to be for sensitive. I don't want you if you're sensitive. If you can't joke about, I can joke about myself 24/7. I'm gangly. I have the legs of a 11-year-old boy. Like, they're so skinny. I have giant feet that look like skis. You know what I mean? I'm a monkey, man. That I can make fun of myself all day long. My teeth. Oh, I hate my teeth.
He's like, we can't show you that.
I can't. My teeth. I got scars. I got a scar right here. My chest is funky. It's just we're all human, y'all. Do you get it? I don't care. Be able to take a joke. Be able to enjoy the lighter side of life.
Is that what's happened to the world? Is it's gotten all too serious?
It's too serious. Everybody's so damn sensitive.
We need a not so crazy joker to get out there and be like, why so serious?
We don't have to go off the rails and start like being just the complete opposite. There's a balance to everything. Again, we're trying to find that balance. You don't have to be a complete a-hole. You don't have to be a complete angel. There's a mix. And that's what we're doing with our community. There is a balance to the world. Too much of anything on either side is bad. If you have too much ice cream, it's bad. If you have
too much water,
it's bad. I heard of a story about a guy who dry water drowned. Isn't that crazy? Drank too much water and his lungs filled with water and he drowned on land. Like, those are real life things. So, like, too much of anything is bad. So we're trying to balance it.
I was like, he needs to not be laying down there. He needs to get up and show himself.
He's biting me is what he's doing. He's playing. Look. Let's see if I can get his attention. Bring him into the screen. What's happening on my phone? Anybody want to talk to me?
Nope. Just those people.
Great news. Your federal return was accepted by the IRS.
Is this true?
Yeah. I don't get the money back.
You did file your taxes.
I paid my taxes. Like I should, like a grown adult. I hope you pay your taxes too, because that crap will come and get you. That's real life. You want to take anything away from this, pay your taxes. And I'm not talking like taxes for your lettuce and quinoa. I'm talking taxes for your income for the year. Those people are for real.
Yeah. The IRS is not a joke.
They're not a joke.
It is a very...
The IRS stands for I'm really serious. Like, that's not a joke.
Yeah. Hey, that is definitely not a joke.
Are you hashtagging us tonight? You're not. We need twos here. We need our twos back.
Yeah, twos. Where you at, man?
We got a guy. He's all about writing. Our co-host. He's helping me with my script for our first movie we're gonna make. He's helping. He went to school for a little bit of time for script writing. So we're breaking this down so we can put into some dialogue. Ooh.
No, they want you to bail. Stand up.
Oh, get off me.
There you go.
He's not going to come up here. Now he's upset.
Oh. Did I upset him?
Maybe.
He's not with the jammers.
Yeah.
We be jamming. Oh, he's with that
we
stick.
Be jamming. My cat's right here. He's messing around. Well, he just wants attention.
Of course he's with that stick because he likes bringing little sticks inside all the time.
I always got to clean his eyes out. Does your cat get stuff in the little crevice of their eyes?
I think that's just an animal thing.
I think that's from their litter box. I think it's dander from their litter box.
Well, dogs do it.
Yeah. Well,
Dogs
they
don't
have
litter boxes.
but they have dander. A lot of their hair hangs over their eyes.
True.
I really think that's. I don't know.
Okay.
So, Colin,
What's going on, man? Did you get a raise yet? Are you
Jeff-
making like $21 an hour yet?
yeah, this guy. Did you have a good weekend, Colin?
How was your weekend? Did you do anything fun? I know it was kind of cold and not so great. I need this mic to work for real.
Yeah, he's holding the mic right here. Y'all can't see this, but he's holding the mic. He likes this. I think he's preparing for something in the future.
Yeah.
That's what you do, right? When you do things on a daily, not you, Colin, specifically, but everybody as a human being, when you do things, it's a practice. So if you break into your habits for something, maybe he's going to be on the mic one day. We're going to get his face out here.
Never.
Oh, this is a secret Easter egg. That's what we could do
that's
for the viewers.
One day when we actually get the favorite grocery store going.
Real
merchandise.
No, this is the Easter egg. If you guys have caught on and came to this episode right now, I'm going to mention this randomly throughout the next few weeks. Go back and find our co-host's face.
My face is in here somewhere.
For like 2 or 3 seconds.
No, it's like a second. I swear.
A second. Okay, but you have to go find the episode. We're not going to tell you which one it is. If you can find it and bring it to light.
I don't even remember which one it is, so help me out, guys.
You're going to have a free t-shirt.
And a cookie.
From your favorite grocery store.
Made by this man right here on the screen.
I'm going to make the t-shirt.
No, he's going to make the cookies.
I'm going to make a cookie.
We'll buy the t-shirt.
I'll buy the t-shirt.
Whatever t-shirt you want. You know, if you've ever been interested in a specific shirt and you're like me and it's a $40 shirt and you can't spend $40 on a stupid shirt, no matter how much you like it, we'll buy it for you.
We're going to buy, or we have all sorts of marketing things. We want to, we have hashtags all over the place. Beat Bill Gates, everybody. Go back to the beginning. Hashtag Beat Bill Gates. Not episode 1 or 2. I'm talking like 3 on. You had a great weekend, Colin. I'm glad you had a great weekend, bro.
They can never watch episode 1 or 2, huh? It's just not allowed.
It's just, again, it's a confessional video. I'm about to leave this atmosphere. It's bad. It's sad.
It's interesting and honestly very telling towards what our YouTube channel is supposed to be. So, if you have the free time, watch the first, second, third, all the consequences.
Colin, you saw it when it happened live, so you already get a shirt, bro. You and Tyler,
we've decided, yeah.
You and Tyler have been here pretty much since the beginning. Tyler's
We're here
my cousin
right now. I'm pretty sure there's only 3 people in here, so it's
one of them's you,
one of them's me, one of them's you, Colin, and then
the YouTube
random YouTube moderator.
I'm sure it's a YouTube moderator.
You're the only one here. You've been here for 48 minutes.
Yeah,
You're the man, bro. Like, as far as, and I mean, let me say, I don't, as like he'll say, he gets on to me all the time. I don't particularly advertise this on my social medias because 28.
Shh, Colin.
That's funny, actually, that would have been 28.
Colin,
but,
shut up, bro. God. Hey, YouTube moderator, delete that comment.
I shit my pants, man. Yeah. Dude, you're the one. I owe you a tug tug. It's like that. Sorry.
We're keeping it PG, fellas. It's a tug boat. It's a little boat you put in a bathtub. All right.
I'm gonna hook it up so it makes like fancy sounds. For real.
I know
Like
you
that
will.
boat that played music the other day I showed you. So I'll just make it like wireless.
What was the song?
What
was that?
I don't. It's a famous song.
It was a famous song.
It's like a rock song. And
it was a big cruise
huge
ship.
rock
They were
fan.
playing music. Well, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does.
Because you think about it.
Yeah.
And it's easily accessible now. That does make sense. It is too easy to answer your questions now. Remember when you had, some of you, do you remember when you had questions when you had a kid that had no answers to them? As a kid, you just ask questions with no end result.
What's a tampon?
Yeah, I told a story about that way back when. You guys catch that episode?
Yeah. Tell us what episode that was.
Yeah, find that episode, Colin. Were you here for that, Colin? Did you hear my tampon story? We'll save that for another day.
But yeah, It was Seven Nation Army.
Saving Nation.
Seven Nation
Seven
Army.
Nation Army. Oh yeah, I know. Okay, Seven
Yeah,
Nation
yeah,
Army.
yeah.
Yeah, I got that.
That's what that cruise ship played. So I'll wire you up a little tug with Seven Nation Army and whatever song you might think.
Yeah, guys, thank you for being here, Colin. I mean, you're the only one, bro. But
Colin, I've seen your message. When we get off the air, I'll send it to you, bro.
you are legit. Share this. I'm gonna get this guy over here a little bit more motivated. He's getting to the point to where he's gonna have no excuse to be not motivated, or I'm gonna have to just literally go to his house and drag him out of his bed. We have some big things in the horizon, and he's a very important element to this, and he doesn't realize that yet. But he will in about a year or two.
A year or two.
What I'm saying is, when you look back, I'm not saying it's going to take that long. When you look back and you're like, oh, I get it.
I was like, when did you get on the lax train, bro? I thought we were trying to do this ASAP.
We're doing ASAP. I'm talking. We're going to get to the point to where, you look back at those moments in your life, you're like, that was one of those moments. Those were the time period when I stepped forward and became, something better than I thought I could be.
Yeah, I'm definitely trying to make 2020 that year for sure.
We're 1 month in. We've already laid out some pretty good plans. We've got a pretty good roadmap going. And as long as we stay on this path, by the end of this year, could be a completely different channel.
We may switch it up. Shit, we may not even be like a talk show type thing anymore.
Mm-hmm.
We might actually go into like full production videos after we shoot this movie, man, and find out how hard or easy editing actually is. Maybe we'll actually start editing some videos. Again, part of the reason that we do this live show is there's no editing involved. Super easy. Again, we are just regular people. We have regular lives.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of time to sit and do. We're trying to work that out. Where we have more time. Again, that's why we do the stock stuff, the cryptocurrencies, the stuff we talk about. We mention Bitcoin all the time. I have a Bitcoin wallet. We say, if you're going to help fund any of this nonsense, join our crew. We don't want to overload. We're not looking for all 1,000 people to join us, but we're looking for people that can progress and want to progress themselves, that have been trying themselves to bring out their own creativity, and maybe could bring something to the table of our community. We want it all, and we want to bring it all to the world. And again, if I had the power of Superman, I would just help it's beyond Superman at this point.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what? I mean, I understand.
I don't know what Superman could do. Just like go shoot down bad guys. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, he could just go take down all the bad guy stuff real quick. Yeah. Just like zoom in there and get down all the missiles and stuff.
But again, in this world, the real world, money is power. Essentially, is what it seems to be. So that's what sucks in absolute honesty. But the way it is the way it is. So when you're playing a video game, you follow the rules of the video game, or you can't play the video game. You can sometimes bend them a little bit here and there, go a little bit outside the map, maybe this, that, and the other. But ultimately, you're confined to the rules. So we're in this real life, first person.
And even if you hack it,
you're
still inside what the creator of the video game created. You're just hacking their creation.
Yeah, you're just messing with the creation, which still brings you into the same. You're still in the same map, y'all.
Yeah,
you know that.
You're still there.
Still there.
You might be under it. You might be inside it, whatever, above it, but you're still on the map.
So you need to learn to deal with
that kind of actually brings me to this whole thing of as a non-affluential person, I live in an apartment complex, and my family members live just down the way, and they are not having such a good time with their neighbors. But so far, it seems like it might be coming around. But, just in that situation where, you may have 12 people in very close vicinity of each other, you got to learn some, manners and basic respect.
Yeah, just common courtesy.
There's so many times in instance where there's basically enough spots for 2 to 3 cars per door. And so many times. Just there's so many people over there, and even though half the apartments are empty right now, there's still just no place to park.
Right.
Because everybody's just parking all over the place. I mean, the answer is not just take the most nearest convenient spot, because that clearly belongs to somebody else that actually lives there. Like my neighbor was dealing with their neighbor's guests. I guess they had like 3 or 4 guests over at the same time, and they're just all parked in front of the same building. Like, there's all those spots are not for you and stuff like that. But, and nobody thinks about that. And there's plenty of extra parking. That's what I should say, too, is there's plenty of extra parking for that situation. Mm-hmm. Your friends, your family, whatever wants to come, there's plenty of extra parking.
But that's where that comes into play, what we were talking about earlier. That's where you're losing that common courtesy to think outside of your own little bubble. Like, I cannot. Oh, yeah.
No, and speaking of that, matter of fact, they did have a direct contact with one of the people that were parked there, and they're like, hey, like, there's extra parking over there, can you please park over there and not in our spot? And the lady just got in her car and backed across the way into somebody else's spot and not over there in the extra parking. Like, they just don't care.
It's just it's a matter. It's sad. I want to. I know there's statistics out there of like the kindest places on the planet. I want to move to one of those. Or at least
I want to move to the most deserted place on the planet, Montana. I'm on my way.
I don't know. I want access to water and be able to swim, like a beach.
There's no beaches around here. What are you talking about?
That's why I know. I don't want to be
or something.
I don't want to be here forever.
Oh,
I want to be access to water. I mean, if there's a big river here that I could be on, that's cool. I like rivers. Rivers are cool because they flow and they don't have the same water in the same spot all the time. That's why I like the concept of an ocean, even though oceans have salt, you can't drink it or filter it. You can filter a river. That's why I like a river, but not like a dead body river or something. Because I have those.
You always go out on those weird tangents.
No, it's held on really good tonight.
Well, it has. I said the S word twice.
I only heard one. You said it twice.
I said it twice, but that's well within the limitations. It's frequency applies too.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I cursed none.
I think we made a 1 hour episode. We could probably get 5 curse words.
I'm not even going to say one. Check it out, YouTube. I am pretending at my grandmother's house. I did this for years. I can do it. That's not the problem.
My mom would say the S word. That's fine.
No, my grandma would smack you across the face and tell you Jesus doesn't love you anymore. But no, that's it's fine. If that's what it is, YouTube. I don't get it. I don't understand your little game. But hey, we're gonna play along for a little bit, like we were saying.
We're gonna be here.
See if it works. If it
doesn't,
you
haven't shut us down yet. So until that day comes, when the screen goes black and everybody's like, "Where'd they go?" and we can't get back on, we're gonna be here.
All I want to know is it's not advertisement. It's us. If it's us that is the problem, we'll fix it. Move it around. Adjust accordingly. If you're not advertising us, that's not our problem. That's your all's problem. Please help us. We're not trying to be mean about this. We want people. We want to find the little needles in the haystacks. There's a lot of haystacks out there with needles all over the place. I want to get all those needles, gather those needles, and create a needle
empire
community. Empire. A needle empire.
That's right.
That's right. Shout out Merp TV.
Hey, Merp TV.
Merp TV. Colin, bro, we'll see you on Wednesday night.
Yeah, since you're like the only guaranteed person to be here. If you didn't catch the show tonight, anybody else is our normal watchers. We know you're out there. We thank you. I'm sure you're just very busy.
If you have
a very busy time of the year, we understand.
Yeah, if you happen to click on this later and make it 59 minutes into the video, props to you.
Thank you. Subscribe, bro. Comment. Did we do good? Do we suck?
Lady,
tell us why we suck. Do you not like the way his face looks in this lighting?
It's bad. I know. Wait till we get more lighting. It's going to be even worse. I'm going to have to get reconstructive surgery on my teeth.
This is a joke, but in the background, this man, 5 minutes before the show, is just in the bathroom. You can hear the water just splashing everywhere.
I'm trying to fix
things going.
You can't see this. I got a stain on my shirt, and it's driving me crazy.
Shirt's dirty.
I'm glad you can't see it on the video. I'm trying to make this appealing to the eyes as much as possible, as much as this is possible to do. So I'll be light like a cloud.
No homo, but I'll definitely say you're not the most unattractive thing on YouTube.
See?
I've seen some very interesting looking people, and I'm like, how does this person?
Right, get 100 views or 1,000 views a night.
Yeah, I mean,
That's what I'm
maybe
saying.
it's not even the way they look. Maybe it's just the way they sound. I'm like, man, I can't even just listen to this person talk. Like, your
Right.
stuff's really interesting and good production, but I can't listen to you talk, man. I'm sorry.
So anyway, if you come across this, find something appealing about this, share, like, subscribe, put this on your Facebook page, get the word out there, tell everybody everything about everything, because we're going to.
We don't care. Put it up there. Check out these idiots. We don't care.
We don't
Publicity is publicity.
Tell people we suck and tell them we suck and put them on.
Yeah,
show us we
go
suck. Look how people this suck. Whatever it is.
Not
Colin,
with them. Laugh at them.
We're gonna see you Wednesday, bro. Guys, we'll see you Wednesday night. Thank you for being here. Like always, there's several things we say at the end. Actually, mainly two things, right?
Mm-hmm.
2 things.
Yeah.
You all know about now. Live it fully every day. And
what's yours?
Oh, what was mine?
I forgot what yours is. I don't know.
The only
you need to be is you.
Yeah.
I wasn't prepared for this.
Yeah, neither was I.
He didn't tell me.
I didn't know I was going to do the switch that very second. You guys are awesome. Thank you for being here. Colin, we'll see you Wednesday, bro. Come up with some ideas. Join the community. Subscribe, like. We'll be back.
Peace.